I was thinking about you in my meditation, and I know that there is a lot of breathing techniques available in the world, like Wim Hof and probably Buteyko. I don't know much about it, but I remembered one breathing technique. It's not a technique even. I used this as a child. I used to use it as a little child, and I was probably calming myself down with this technique and making myself more centered and making myself more like in tune and calmer, and like it was really nice. So I wanted to share it with you. Maybe you can try it, and if you need sometimes to calm yourself down, you can test it, because it works for me amazingly, and I tried in my meditations and it absolutely works amazingly. And it's not a breathing technique like inhaling, but exhaling technique. It's just philosophy of this technique is that you exhale and you are in a charge of exhale, but you don't inhale. You become body with your body, and you let the body inhale the way the body wants to inhale. It's really beautiful how the body can do this inhale for you, and it does it its way. You just exhale, you can close your eyes, sit in some comfortable place where you are not disturbed. Don't do it in a car while you're driving, all these things which you have to keep in mind when you do this. And when you relax, and you're trying to relax, you are anxious or something, it's because we are sometimes oversaturating us with oxygen. That's what I heard when I studied about breathing techniques somewhere, but I didn't really get very deep into this. And it clicked for me that I'm doing this all the time. And for me, life and mystical and all these amazing things are happening in between sentences, in between words, and in between breaths. And it's exactly where I would like to take you. So try it with us, and you can just close your eyes and just inhale the way you like, the way you were taught, because we are taught how to breathe properly into our belly or wherever, And then exhale your way. You're in charge of the exhale. And it's quiet. It's absolute quiet. And you are just going to observe the body, be with the body, because now you are together. And now in this moment, you are just going to listen to your body. It's going to connect you to your body and wait for the signal when it wants to inhale. Let it inhale the way the body wants to inhale. And you are in charge of exhale, and you absolutely exhale like you are stroking yourself from inside, like you're stroking, caressing, like you have the most velvety, soft breath, and it's just basically stroking you from inside, and it goes out. And it's a very long breath, very long exhale. And then again, body wants to inhale, and it's the theory is the point is to make it so slow and smooth. Also inhale and exhale, because when you are starting to have long and very mild and very gentle exhale, like also the inhale is going to become very much loving and very much like caressing your body from inside. How is it feeling?
It's super connecting me with the body, because
With the body.
We do it subconsciously, but this way I have to observe the body doing it, and that totally connects you with it, and is very calming.
And you just are there for the body in that moment when you exhale, and now it's just nothing. and it's just you and the body, and you're waiting for the body to want to inhale life, inhale life. And the way you inhale life, or the way the body wants to inhale life, you can do these few breaths, and after third or fourth, it becomes much softer, much milder, much more loving. And if you do like 1 minute of this or 2 minutes of this breathing, it will absolutely reconnect you, and it will calm you down. And Raphael said that also parasympathetic nervous systems started to be activated in his case, or also in mine, which becomes, you can recognize it by salivating more. And like your heart rate goes down, and it's just amazing. And I knew this whole life, and I never realized that I was doing this before I fell asleep, and when I was a child, and
You didn't study any breathing technique.
I was studying Wim Hof, but that wasn't in Wim
It was
Hof.
before, right?
It was much before.
Yeah.
And I remember that in meditation today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to share it in these videos because it's so helpful and so easy.
It's very good to center yourself.
Yes.
And I think this came to you this early on, like you have always had this loving view on life and on nature, that you would observe your body and like become one with it and see what it wants to do. And that's also why we make this channel. Petra came up with the name Body with Your Body, and that's super important in our life.
Because my body is always my body. And sometimes I wasn't a good buddy to my body. And I did a lot of things like overworking, burnout syndrome, and all kinds of different other things. And I just made it so hard for my body to repair and to regenerate. And until these days, I shared in my other video that my OCD and so on was really giving me hard time to let the body just relax and so on. And this breathing just makes me like, when I exhale and I just have this little gentle pause of not breathing, it makes me feel like it's mine. It's just my blackness, and I am there and nobody's there. I can't take anything more there because there is nothing inside now, because the breath is everything. You can't live without the breath. So then it's like comparing it to like a death, to nothingness. You exhale, and then the body wants to live, so body will do it for you. It's just beautiful. And I think even though you feel sick or something, you can do this. It really helps. Yeah.
Nice thing to put into the toolbox.
I also think that you could very much test it with loose clothes on, because as Raphael said, I was connected to my body when I was a child a lot, and I was refusing to wear tiny underwear and tiny things which were tying my body, like tight around my waist and so on, because I really had to have everything loose, because I probably loved when my energy flows, and when I had it very, not even very, but a little bit around my belly tight, I had very big stomach cramps, for example. So I realized that I shouldn't wear tight clothes. So
you were really wise from a very young age.
Yes.
Or always.
We are always wise from a young age. We are all wise from a young age. We just forget. And now we are all starting to remember. And this technique, if you will do it with the exhaling, we can call it body with your body technique, or I don't know. And if you do this, it will remind you who you were, who you are, what is yours, this space there. And it feels nice.
Does very much. I'm curious what our viewers will say. Let us know in the comments. we hope it will calm your body and your nervous system.
And I'm happy that I remembered to, in a meditation, that I wanted to share it.
Yeah, it's also the first time you shared with me today.
Yes, yes. I was also surprised. Sometimes just comes something which I used to do, and
it's normal for you as well.
it's so normal, and I do it very often, like every day in meditations. I'm like, I'm doing this. It's like producing more saliva. It's this and that, and then you can observe what you do all the time, and it's such a cool technique or tool, and it can help to somebody, and you didn't even know. You just are present with it So I hope you will enjoy it and your body will enjoy it. So I hope you will be great buddies after this breathing.
Thank you for being here.